What's up, everybody? This is Kobe Cornell Boone. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and joining the intent. If this is your first time watching one of the videos, welcome first and foremost. Super excited for you to be able to be here and hopefully find value in my perspective on things pertaining to the topic of today's discussion. So if you do, I just ask that you like, you share, subscribe, but most important to me, leave a comment below because that feedback allows me to continue to create great videos that are meaningful and that are valuable to be able to put out to the masses. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video today. This one's going to be probably not so much of a rant as much as it's going to be just a real take from a millennial that's a homeowner today, and just sharing my perspective. And yes, I have my little Doberman, you can probably see in the back, who's having a good time to be up here with Daddy. So I just paid my HOA fees last night. Not like it's a huge surprise. I praise God for the community that I'm able to live in, which is a master plan community. For anybody who might be watching this video, who's like, "What's a master plan community?" It's essentially a huge community. Could be 50 homes, could be thousands of homes, which is the case for the community that I live in, where you have like the amenity center, some type of clubhouse situation, pools, whatever the case may be. So they typically have HOAs. Today's video, I entitled it HOA. Let me see what I actually entitled this video: HOA versus no HOA. The truth about protecting your home value. Uh, I got notes too. Shoot, we all do. Like protecting your home value or HOA. So first and foremost, I am pro HOA. 100%. I am pro HOA, and HOA just stands for Homeowners Association, right? It is an association. There's actually like a nonprofit organization, if I remember correctly, whether it's 501c3 or 501c6, I'm not sure. It's probably more leaning on the six side because 501c6s operate more like a business, but that's another video for another day. Anyway, they are for your benefit, in my opinion. I have seen communities that didn't have an HOA and were had the old cars sitting out front, driving up and down the street that were no longer working, whatever the case may be. Basketball goals being trashed, laying like trashed as in like broken up, laying down, in the street, in the darn street. They got driving around it like, yo, is nobody gonna pick this up? Trash. I've seen like what communities look like that do not have a HOA. It's not always great. However, I have seen communities. This is Texas, man. North Texas to be exact. That DFW. I've seen communities that do not have a HOA, but have fewer homes. So let's say like this one in particular, I went to check out one time with a buddy of mine. Had like 25 homes in it, probably 25 homes max. Literally came in one street like a big U. Came in one street, went down 1 acre lots, and it was really clean, really well kept. This was in your more southern, you know what I'm saying, outskirts of the town type of place, but it was indeed well kept, and you could call that a state home community, but it was essentially a subdivision that was master planned, if you will. So what what I would like to extend to you guys out there today in this video is just make sure whatever fees that you're paying to your HOA, your homeowners association, you are seeing that value back. And what I mean by value is not just the aesthetically clean things like Christmas lights when it comes time to put up the Christmas lights in your community. Hopefully they do that. If you're paying the HOA, that'd be great. The pool being clean, like regular maintenance and cleaning things of the community, pooper, scooper things for the dogs. That's the basic stuff. Like that's the given. That's what you're supposed to do. But like if you're paying high HOA fees, they better be having some events going on for you and your family to be able to attend, paid by the HOA. Paid by them. I would vouch to say some type of extra added security, if you will, maybe some security cameras around different areas of the community for when folks are coming and going. I know for a lot of these new build communities, such as what I'm in, a new build community, um, they have so many people who are coming and going, whether it's contractors, whether it's real estate agents and their clients, whatever the case may be. It can get high. It can be a lot of traffic. It can be kind of a nuance when you don't know exactly like who's kind of coming, going, driving up and down the streets, just looking at houses. These are things that I talked about in my first time home buyers video that I shared, but just thought it'd be good to kind of unpack again the HOA piece specifically because sometimes people may not really understand what it's like going into home ownership to be like, yo, I just paid this fee, but I can't even get an email back from y'all about such and such situation or this situation or whatever. And it's like it can feel, in the case for me, I gotta pay. You gotta do what you gotta do, because they do have power to like do stuff with your home, like for sure. But it gets kind of weird when somebody will email you about your grass maybe being too high or you having to change out a certain flower or tree that you put in, but you can't actually get in contact with them about any concerns you have about your community or any events that you might want to have and have their support, whatever the case may be. So this video I'm not per se going to draw out too long, but I just kind of wanted to bring up the essence of what a HOA is, what a homeowners association is, what their intent is for the community, and what that looks like in protecting your home value. Because home value to me, and this is me, I'm not a real estate agent, whatever the case may be, this is just me. Protecting my home value means the homeowners association is doing the work that they can do to ensure that they provide a healthy, clean, safe, family friendly environment for the residents of that community. They are responsive with the community members. They are collaborative with those community members. Collaborative in the sense of hearing their thoughts, ideas, providing forums for there to be reciprocal communication and feedback, and that they uphold the views, rights, and opinions of the residents of that community to ensure that the environment is both inclusive, but as well as congruent with the views that were set for that particular community. Let me get into this a little bit before I take off and unpack. We're seeing such a not splurge, but an influx rather of people moving like to the outskirts of cities. If you want a house now, and I think the national average is $435,000 for the national average for a home. Keep it a buck. Of course, we're not talking about West Bubblegum, Utah, or somewhere else. And shout out to my Utah Jazz people. Like no disrespect, but if you're talking about like a true metropolitan city in America right now, you're looking at 435 as an average plus. It means you're staying about 37 minutes, 25 minutes outside the main city area. So you got young families that are moving out. Now, what's happening with a lot of these big institutions is that they're also buying in these communities and they're renting these homes out. They might rent a home out that's a $435,000 home, again, just going based off of the average, next to your home that you're hardworking middle class person with a family or whatever the case may be, but they might rent that home out and it might be to a family that, or not a family at all, but someone that is Section 8, for example, or some other type of situation. And what that then brings for the community, and this is a big deal. I'm seeing it both firsthand and I'm seeing it in conversations with my friends who are new homeowners or whatever, is that a lot of the hate to say it, but this is the truth. Keep it real. This is the channel. We keep it a buck. A lot of the environments that we survived when we were younger and moved away from or grew up and wanted to start our family in great family suburb type areas, uh, a lot of people who are from those places who maybe did not change or make it out or make the internal decisions that we made bring a lot of their baggage and stuff with them wherever they go. So when you might be in your nice, well-to-do community, whatever the case may be, and your HOA allows for like rental properties or rental properties to specific government entities like a Section 8 or whatever the case may be, you might start to see an influx of a different type of folks who are short term, do not plan to live there long, may or may not, because I'm not saying that all renters are bad. I'm 100% not saying that. However, if you ever own some property or have an uncle who owns a house, an auntie who owns or rents a house. They will tell you the truth about renters. You will have people who do not respect the property the same as you might as the true landowner of the home, and then often, and as well as somebody who might be from a certain group as far as the renters who then bring characteristics and things that are just terrible within the neighborhood that you may never expect. And I'm telling you guys, it can get rough. It can go from being your peaceful community, people riding bikes and eating ice cream, to hearing the N word from little kids, trashing, chasing after dolls, dolls running loose. I'm telling you what I have seen firsthand, and it's wild, bro. It is wild, and for the times that I witnessed it and it been our people, it is embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Um, and what a HOA does, and some people might not like this video, but I don't care. Like, you got to keep it a buck, you keep it the truth, and I pay my mortgage just like anybody else in America, and have this conversation oftentimes a lot with a lot of homies of all different walks of life, not just that look like me. And what a HOA does, if it's in place, it's supposed to help curb certain behaviors. So if, like, folks, kids are out all night making noise or using amenities or driving four wheelers up and down the street doing work hours or whatever. What the HOA is supposed to do is to set rules and regulations in place that help to. I know nobody likes this word, and I understand too, but it's supposed to help to govern, if you will, the community. And for anybody who's watching this, that maybe you're a homeowner already, leave a comment in the comment section and let me know how you feeling. I got my old school jump going. But if you aren't a homeowner yet and you're considering it, I submit this to you. A master plan community can be a great opportunity for you to buy your first home, to potentially rent that home out, keep it, build your portfolio, rent that home out, for a 1031 exchange in the future or something like that. Um, to see a significant increase in value. Homes typically increase in value over time. But if you're someone that's at that price point and you're like, hey, I have enough, cash flow, money, whatever that I'm gonna do to buy our first home, to get me a little bit of land, maybe get you a house on a quarter of an acre, 0.25, 15,000 square foot lot, a little bit of space in between you and your next neighbor, a little, maybe it's not in a master plan community or a subdivision per se, but you find some land where some homes are being built or something. If you have that option to site build in that case, maybe, or do a custom built home, I think that's an amazing way to go. I truly do. Of course, do all the due diligence, and I'm not a realtor in any way, but I know for me, for my goals that I have for my family, and I'm a Southern boy, so where I'm from, it's all about having your own land. Grew up with family who had their own land, house, backyard, big front yard. That's how I grew up. So that definitely is the goal for sure. But I just wanted to preface that for the cost of what these homes are today, and for all the legalities and rules or whatever the case may be that come with just being a homeowner, I implore to you to get exactly what you want. Like, get exactly what you want. If y'all took anything for this video today, learn from Kobe, is that, man, read the fine print, do your due diligence, and at the end of the day, make the decision that works best for you, your family, and ultimately your goals and where you want to take this thing when it comes to the world of home ownership. Because you want to be in a good situation where, as your community grows, your appreciation and value of your home grows as well. Not being a situation where the community is growing, but the value of the community and the home is also diminishing as well. That can be not so fun position to be in, especially with the rising home costs in general across the United States. So I'll wrap up with this video of this. Let me know what you guys think. HOA or no HOA? Leave a comment below in the comment section. If you like videos like this and you find this content valuable, let me know. Until next time, thank you for checking out the intent. God bless.